Hi students, this is Botany PSR. In the previous class, I explained monohybrid cross and numericals on monohybrid cross. Today, I would like to explain back cross and test cross. What is that? Back cross and test cross. What is back cross? What is test cross? Right, one by one I would explain. Back cross. What is back cross? When F1 hybrid is crossed with any one of its parents. That means F1 parents are dominant parent and recessive parent, that is capital T and small t, isn't it? Right. When F1 hybrid is crossed with any one of its parents, or when F1 hybrid is crossed with either of its parents, that cross is called back cross. Very, very important, my dear students. What is back cross? When F1 hybrid is crossed with any one of its parents. Parents means what are the parents of F1? Capital T and small t. In other words, when F1 hybrid is crossed with either of its parents, any one of its parents or either of its parents, or other words, when F1 hybrid is crossed with organisms that are phenotypical and genotypically similar to parents. Phenotypical and genotypically similar to parents means capital T, phenotypical and genotypically similar. Small t is phenotypical and genotypically similar. That is, these two are the parents of F1. When F1 hybrid is crossed with any one of its parents, or when F1 hybrid is crossed with either of its parents, or when F1 hybrid is crossed with organisms that are phenotypical and genotypically similar to the parents, is called back cross. Right. Let us explain. This is F1 hybrid. This is called the dominant parent. F1 hybrid means capital T, small t. Dominant parents means capital T. We have to write the gametes. The heterozygote, this is the heterozygote. Heterozygote produces how many kinds of gametes? Capital T, small t. Capital T, small t. Two types of gametes are produced from heterozygote. If they give like this, what type of gametes they produce? Capital A, small a. If it is heterozygote, it produces two types of gametes. Similarly, capital T, small t produces two types of gametes, whereas this one is homozygote. Homozygote produces how many kinds of gametes? Capital T. That means we have to cross each other. Capital T crossed with capital T. Capital T, tall plant. Small t crossed with capital T. That means capital T, small t, or small t, capital T. Both are same. We may write small t, capital T, or capital T, small t. This is also phenotypically tall. That means all tall plants are obtained. All means 100% tall plants are obtained. That means number of tall plants obtained. All are 100% tall plants obtained. What will be the number of dwarf plants here? No dwarf plants are obtained in this cross. When F1 hybrid is crossed with a dominant parent, all tall plants are obtained. That means all tall plants are obtained and no dwarf plants are obtained. That means percentage of tall plants is 100%. Percentage of dwarf plants is 0%. Okay, this cross is also called outcross. When F1 hybrid is crossed with the dominant parent, this cross is called outcross. Right, this is when F1 hybrid is crossed with the dominant parent, it is completed. Next one, when F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent. F1 hybrid means capital T, small t. Recessive parent means small t, small t. Type of gametes, capital T, small t. Conventionally, it is a rule, gametes are present inside the circles. It is a rule in genetics, gametes are present inside the circles. Right. This capital T crossed with this one, capital T, small t. Small t crossed with small t, small t, small t. Tall and dwarf plants. Here is 1, here dwarf is 1. Tall and dwarf plants are obtained in 1:1 ratio. That means 50% tall plants and 50% dwarf plants are obtained. See, tall plant 1, dwarf plant 1. That is 1:1 ratio. This point you have to remember. When F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent, number of tall plants 1, number of dwarf plants 1. That is, tall and dwarf plants are obtained in 1:1 ratio. That is, 50% tall plants and 50% dwarf plants are obtained in this cross. What do you call this cross? Test cross. That means these two crosses together called back cross. When F1 hybrid is crossed with dominant parent, this cross is specifically called outcross. When F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent, this cross is specifically called as test cross. That means these two together called back cross. So that means test cross is one kind of back cross. Back cross means these two crosses together called back cross. Back cross contains this is one type and this is another type. That means this test cross is one kind of back cross. Test cross is a kind of one kind of back cross. Right. So this we have to remember, my dear students. Tall and dwarf plants are obtained in 1:1 ratio means the parents should be tall and dwarf plants are obtained in 1:1 ratio means the parents should be F1, that is heterozygote, and the recessive parent. This we have to remember. When all tall plants are obtained means parents are F1 and capital T, capital T. This cross is called outcross. This cross is called test cross. That means back cross is equal to outcross and test cross. These two crosses together called back cross. See, they will ask like this. Capital T, small t is crossed with small t, small t. What do you call this type of cross? This type of cross should be the test cross. Okay. What do you call this type of cross? What do you call means? Actually it is a back cross, and that too out cross. So that out cross is the term not in NCERT book. So this will be considered as back cross. Capital T, small t crossed with small t, small t. When F1 hybrid is crossed with a recessive parent, it will be treated as test cross, this one. When capital T, small t is crossed with capital T, small t, what do you call this cross? It is a part of back cross. Of course, this is also a part of back cross. So, that means test cross is one kind of back cross. Out cross is one kind of back cross. So, if we ask like this means we have to say this one as back cross, this one as test cross. Are you understanding? Right. So, this is one hybrid, it is so called monohybrid cross. So, this is monohybrid test cross. See, look at here, my dear students. test cross. When F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent, what is the test cross? When F1 parent is crossed with recessive parent, or when F1 parent, test cross is one kind of back cross. All test crosses are back crosses, but all back crosses are not a test cross. Why? Because back cross means two crosses, out cross and test cross. Test cross is one kind of back crosses. So we may also say like this: all test crosses are back cross, but all back crosses are not test cross. Are you understanding? Right. This test cross may be two types: monohybrid test cross, dihybrid test cross. One by one we have to learn. Right. Monohybrid test cross. This one we already known. F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent. This one hybrid is there, no? That's why it is so called monohybrid. Mono means one. Hybrid means this one. This is a hybrid. Hybrid means two alleles are different. Hybrid means two alleles are different. One will be the dominant, other will be the recessive. That will be called hybrid. How many hybrids are there? These two alleles together call one hybrid. That's why it is so called monohybrid test cross. Right. So what are the types of gametes? From this F1 hybrid, capital T, small t, and from this small t. Capital T crossed with small t, tall plant. Small t crossed with small t, dwarf plant. So tall and dwarf plants are obtained in 1:1 ratio. That means how much percentage of tall plants are obtained? 50%. How much percentage of dwarf plants are obtained? 50%. That means half of the plants are tall, half of the plants are dwarf. In other words, 50% tall plants, 50% dwarf plants. Right. Next, what is the ratios? Monohybrid test cross, phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic. What is phenotypic ratio? The physical appearance of a trait. Physical appearance, external appearance. That means external character, whether it is tall or dwarf, like that. So phenotypical character, tall and dwarf, are obtained in 1:1 ratio. That is, monohybrid test cross phenotypic ratio is 1:1. Genotypic ratio, capital T small t plants, one type, small t one type. So that is, genotypic ratio is also 1:1. That means both phenotypic and genotypic ratios are same in monohybrid test cross. What is the monohybrid test cross phenotypic ratio? 1:1. Monohybrid test cross genotypic ratio 1:1. Right. See, in this phenotypic ratio, this is one kind, this is another kind. Kinds of phenotypes, 2. Kinds of genotypes, one kind, another kind. Kinds, 2. So that means number of phenotypes, number of kinds of phenotypes and genotypes number of kinds of phenotypes and genotypes of progeny in monohybrid test cross. Kinds of phenotypes 2. Kinds of genotypes 2. So 2 and 2. Phenotypes means we have to take phenotypic ratio. Kinds of genotypes means we have to take genotypic ratio. What is the phenotypic ratio in monohybrid test cross? 1:1. Genotypic ratio also 1:1. Kinds of phenotypes and genotypes of progeny in monohybrid test cross is 2 and 2. So this is about monohybrid test cross. And the second part, look at here my dear students, monohybrid test cross completed. Now I am going to explain dihybrid test cross. See, di means two, hybrids means two heterozygotes. So it will come in dihybrid cross. When F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent, this is called a test cross. Okay. Dihybrid we have to take no, capital Y, small y, that is yellow. Capital R, small r, round. Heterozygous yellow, heterozygous round. What is that? Capital Y for yellow, capital R for round. What are those characters means? That is seed color. Dominant is yellow, recessive is green. And shape of seed, round or wrinkled. Round is dominant, wrinkle is recessive. So this is one hybrid, this is another hybrid. So what are the types of gametes does it produce? See, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r. Why we have to take? Do not take like this. Why? Because capital Y and small y, yellow, green, those two alleles of same gene. Don't take like that. One gamete will possess two types of characters, yellow, round. Here this yellow, green together comes under one character only. One gamete will possess two characters. See, yellow, round. So we have to take two characters. Don't take one character. So yellow, green, these two come under one character only. Don't take like this. Don't take like this also. So in each gamete, two types of characters are present. Capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r. How many types of gametes does it produce? 4 types of gametes. It can produce how many types of gametes? Small y, small r. Another example I want to explain. If they ask like this, how many types of gametes does they produce? This is one hybrid, this is another hybrid. So that is capital A, capital B, capital A, small b, small a, small b, small a, small b, like that. We have to take. If this is the dihybrid, what type of gametes does it produce? 4 types of gametes it can produce. Okay, right. Similarly, so we have to cross each other. Capital Y, this one is crossed with this one. Capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. Next, this is crossed with this one. Capital Y, small y, small r. This is crossed with this one. Small y, capital R, small r. Lastly, this is crossed with this one. Small y, small r. What is the phenotypical character? Yellow, round. No need this one. Right. Yellow, round. Yellow, wrinkled. Green, round. Green, wrinkled. That means capital R for round, capital R for round, small r for wrinkled. If it is capital R, small r means it will be heterozygote round. Heterozygous round. So you have to understand the basics. Right. How many? Is there any one phenotype repeated? Yellow round. No yellow round. One type. Yellow wrinkle. No other yellow wrinkle. One type. Green round. No other green round. One type. green wrinkled, only one, no other type. So the number of kinds of phenotypes, 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. How many kinds of phenotypes? 4. Genotypic ratio. See, all the genotypes are not similar. So this is one type, this is another type, this is another type, this is another type. So genotypes are also different. Genotypic ratio is 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. Number of kinds? 4. So number of kinds of phenotypes and genotypes in dihybrid test cross means 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. That means both phenotypic and genotypic ratios are same in dihybrid test cross also. So far in monohybrid test cross, and dihybrid test cross, both phenotypic and genotypic ratios are same. Here 1 is to 1 phenotypic ratio, 1 is to 1 genotypic ratio. Here also phenotypic ratio, dihybrid test cross phenotypic ratio 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. Genotypic ratio in dihybrid test cross 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. That means in both the two cases phenotypic ratios and genotypic ratios are same. Phenotypic and genotypic ratios are same in monohybrid test cross and monohybrid test cross, dihybrid test cross. Okay, are you understanding, my dear students? In both monohybrid test cross and dihybrid test cross, phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratios are same. Please note down all these points in your notebook. Then only you will understand clearly. This is genetics. So we have to write down the notes. If you don't write down the notes means you may feel difficult. So please note down all these points. Okay, please note down all these points, my dear students. Right. Now we have to learn use of test cross. What is the use of test cross? The F1 hybrid is in homozygous or heterozygous? It should be in heterozygous, not in homozygous. F1 hybrid should be in heterozygous. That F1 hybrid may be homozygous or heterozygous. That we have to know. That means test cross is used to test whether the individual, that is F1 hybrid, is homozygous or heterozygous. To test whether the individual, that is F1 hybrid, is homozygous or heterozygous. We know that F1 hybrid must be in heterozygous. We have to test whether the F1 hybrid is homozygous or heterozygous. Where what test cross is obtained, 50% tall plants, 50% dwarf plants are obtained. That one we have to remember. Whenever the test cross is done, the obtained progeny, tall plants 50%, dwarf plants 50%. Violet white flowers, that is flower color, violet white, dominant color violet, recessive white, 50% violet, 50% white, right? So genetic purity of F1 hybrid is identified. When we do the test cross, genetic purity of F1 hybrid is identified, or in other words, genotype of F1 hybrid is identified. What is the genotype of F1? Capital T, small t, that is heterozygote. These points we have to understand. I think, are you understanding, my dear students? So test cross use means to test whether the F1 hybrid is homozygous or heterozygous. We know that F1 hybrid must be in heterozygous, not in homozygous. That means genetic purity of F1 hybrid is identified. Genotype of F1 hybrid is determined. So to explain this, I am going to give an example. Look at here, my dear students. Another example of test cross. What is the purpose? What is the use of test cross? Test cross is used to test whether the individual is, that is F1 hybrid is homozygous or heterozygous. We know that F1 hybrid must be in heterozygous. What is the test cross? F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent. See, recessive parent we have taken, homozygous recessive parent. Homozygous recessive parent. This is the F1. Let us suppose this is the F1. F1 means capital W, small w. Types of gametes, capital W, small w. And small w, homozygous parent gametes, small w, small w. One type, we may write how many gametes also. Here we have written two gametes. Type of gametes means from here one type, small w, right? So capital W crossed with small w, capital W, small w. This is crossed with this one, capital W, small w. This is crossed with this one, small w, small w. This is crossed with this one, small w, small w. What is the color of the flower? Violet, violet, white, white. Out of 4 individuals, how many are violet? 2. How many are white? 2. Ratio 1:1. So this is one cross. And here, look at here, homozygous recessive parent, small w, small w. Types of gametes, small w, small w. Right. If unknown is capital W, that is homozygous violet. This is homozygous violet. This is heterozygous violet. Homozygous recessive parent is common in these two crosses. Homozygous recessive parent. Here the F1 is taken as capital W, small w. Here F1 is taken as homozygous violet, capital W, gametes, capital W, capital W. Capital W crossed with the small w. Capital W crossed with the small w. Capital W, small w. Capital W crossed with the small w. Capital W, small w. Capital W crossed with small w. Capital W, small w. What are the types of flowers? Violet, 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 violet. All violet flowers are obtained. So this is one cross and this is one cross. Of these, let us suppose this is nothing but A cross and this is nothing but B cross. Of these two crosses, this is unknown F1 hybrid, this is unknown F1 hybrid. This is homozygous, this is heterozygous. In these two cases, homozygous recessive parent is same. And of these two crosses, which one is test cross. What is a test cross? F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent. This is F1, this is F1, and that is the homozygous parent. This is F1 and that is homozygous parent. So this cross must be test cross. This cross must be test cross. Is it a test cross? No. Homozygous recessive parent. Cross F1 hybrid. F1 hybrid here homozygous. F1 hybrid must be in heterozygous, not be in homozygous. So that means this is the test cross. This is not the test cross. When F1 hybrid is crossed with a recessive parent, 50% violet flowers, 50% white flowers are obtained. So this part will be the test cross. This part is not the test cross. So violet and white flowers, what is the dominant color? Violet. Recessive, white. So try to note down all these points, my dear students. One point I would recall, what is a test cross means? F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive parent. Test cross is used to find whether the individual is homozygous or heterozygous. Finally, what is the F1 condition? Is it homozygous or heterozygous? F1 hybrid must be in heterozygous. F1 hybrid must be in heterozygous. F1 not be in homozygous. So test cross is used to find whether the individual is homozygous or heterozygous. So in these two cases, we are able to find whether the test cross is homozygous or heterozygous. Finally, what is a test cross? This is a test cross. Capital B is test cross. This is not a test cross. Please note down all these points, my dear students. Note down all these points and we will meet in the next class.